Reprints are the worst thing that can happen to any fandom, to any collectible format. You guys need to accept that physical movie collecting is no longer just something everyone does. There's a finite amount of people that want a product, and once it's gone, that has more than likely been fulfilled. And the ones that missed out, they missed out, and if they want it, they're going to have to pay a premium for it. That's just how this goes. I've talked about this before. I made a video about the Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3 conundrum, which I think is a good thing for the industry. Now more people talk about those movies than they would if they were in print. If those movies were still in print, no one would care. No one would want them. They'd still just be sitting there and people go, well, I'll get something else instead. Because those movies aren't very well desired. But because Shout Factory had the insight to know, hey, people don't want these, let's just cut the print run short. And now they're sought after. People talk about them. There's more people interested in those movies now than ever before. And the same thing happened in the steelbook industry. Do you think people really care about that old-timey Crow movie? No. They only are talking about it because there's a steelbook that's hard to find. People keep going to Walmart every day, hoping it's going to pop up on the shelf, and it probably will eventually, but it's not, because it was limited. Now, I've talked about steelbooks too. We know that they don't follow suit. Anything that can be reprinted as a steelbook ends up being reprinted, and before you know it, then they flood the market with it, then nobody wants it. Do you see what I'm saying? People want stuff that isn't easily available, that's not easily attainable, because they can't just grab it. And I understand, if you're on the losing end of that, why it's frustrating. I would like to have the rad 4K with the slipcover, because I know it's worth major cash, and I know it's just going to keep going up and up and up. But I don't get that luxury. I missed out, and I'm willing to accept that at this point, because I have so many other movies that are going to be worth so much more. But that was my burden. You need to do the same thing and accept that if you missed out, you just missed out. We are at a point where this is a collecting thing. This is a collector's hobby. Comic books made the same mistake, and they still do. They'll have one print, and then they continue to reprint it because they're like, well, more people want it. Again, people wanted it because it sold out. They don't care that, it's not people trying to just get it because they want it. If they want it, they would have already had it. Sometimes these movies are available for months and years. Sometimes they'll sell out in a few days, but even then, you're telling me, there wasn't some way you could have ordered that in that few day span? Go knock on grandma's door, get the money. Go, I don't know, go on a corner and sell yourself. Choose a bill not to pay. Decide to skip groceries for a week and just, eat crumbs in the couch. Figure it out. It's not their responsibility to babysit you. But if we reprint everything, then no one's going to want this stuff, because it's always just going to be available. There's no rush. There's no collectability. That's why I respect companies where it's just when the slipcover is gone, it's gone. Now, if you want the slipcover, you have to pay a premium. The people that wait should be punished in some way. There should be an indication, on the cover, even the artwork. Once the slipcover is gone, I should just say, this is the idiot pack, because you blew it. I would accept that. It's at least different. It's not the same artwork. But, they need to make it worth our while. We're the ones keeping them afloat. We're the collectors. That's what's left. It's us, old people, and people that don't know any better. That's what's left collecting physical movies. So the studios need to get on our level. They need to read our minds, and they need to go, okay, you know what? We're going to make 2,000 copies. And when it's gone, it's gone. I'm going to be there every time. I'm going to secure my copy, or 2, or 3, or 4. And you're probably going to be slipping on it, and you're going to miss out. But that's your problem. That's not my problem. But I think if we keep re-releasing things, you know, Squirm, it just got announced by Kino Lober, which I had just got done praising because they said, we're not putting out Scream Factory 2 and 3. And then what do they do? Shoot me in the back. They announced they're putting out Squirm, a very rare, a very expensive Scream Factory release with the slipcover. It's been out of print for some time. And now you're telling me that my copy is going to be worth pennies because everyone's going to want that new edition? You know, it's just, it makes it hard as a collector to warrant continuing going on when these studios just have no respect for you. They have no respect for collectability. It's just all about themselves and about making their profit, where they'll make more money in the long run if they just raise the prices and make things more limited. But, you know, again, that's why this business is going to fall in 3 to 5 years, and then all this stuff is going to be out of print, and then all of it's going to be worth major cash. So I'm still in it for the long haul, but this reprint business, it needs to end. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.